What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. All right, let's get into AEW Dynasty from April the 21st, 2024. A pretty solid pay-per-view for the most part. But my main gripe is it was 4 hours. And that's the problem with AEW. They don't need to have a 4-hour show all the time. Some of these shows could be reduced to 3 to maybe 3.5 hours. I think that would make more sense. But that's just me, because we all know Tony Khan isn't going to change jack shit at all. So, I didn't watch the pre-show at all, but Bullet Club Gold, they are now the new AEW Trios Tag Team Champions. Okay, cool. But again, poor Jay White. Jay White has been in AEW for a year, and he has done basically jack shit for the past 6 to 8 months. He's done nothing of any note or merit. Let's get into the main card. We kicked the show off with the first match of the night. Kazuchika Okada versus Pac for the AEW Continental Championship. Okada wins via the Rainmaker. This match felt like this could have taken place on Dynamite or Collision. And that's really what these first 4 matches felt like. They could have either taken place on Collision or Dynamite. And that's just what this match felt like. You know, it was hard-hitting. It was. But in the end, Okada, he retained. So, to me, that's fine. The match was decent. It was. I'm not going to hold you guys up. It was decent. But again, if you've seen one of these, you've seen them all. And that's just the name of the game, I guess. What does Okada do next going forward? I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Moving on. Edge, a.k.a. Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe versus the House of Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. Malachi Black gets the win. This also felt like a TV match. It did. If we're being honest, it really did. So towards the end of the match, Edge was going to go for a spear. The referee got distracted. He was trying to take care of problems that were going on the outside involving the rest of the House of Black and Eddie Kingston and Mark Briscoe. This allowed for Malachi to use the black mist, or was that gray mist? I believe it was gray mist. And then he hit Edge with the black mass for the 1, 2, 3. This is fine because this sets up Edge and Malachi Black, presumably at Double or Nothing. So this is fine. This is perfect. This makes perfect sense. I'm down for this. Let's go. And Malachi Black has not really done anything of note for a good year, if we're being honest. So this gives both Edge and Malachi something to do for a while, and I'm all in for that shit. Let's go. All right. Moving on. Willow Nightingale defeated Julia Hart via the Doctor Bomb for the 1, 2, 3. This thing didn't even go no more than about 5-6 minutes. So this is fine. This was house rules. So basically, Sky Blue and Chris Statlander were both banned from ringside, which was great. So that was cool. Post-match, Mercedes comes out. She's wearing a pink dress and pink gloves. And she has a little stare down with Willow. She's just dancing and all that jazz. It's like, okay, are we really going to do this shit? Is this really what we're going to have Mercedes do at Double or Nothing? Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes for the TBS Championship? Are we really going to do that shit? Really? I guess we are. According to Tony Khan, it seems like we are. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. Again, I expected more for Mercedes, but it is what it is, I guess. There's not much we can do. She's been there for, 6 weeks now? Not much we can do. Okay. I mean, Double or Nothing is in, a month? It's in a month's time, so Memorial Day weekend, so on the 26th? The 26th? So I guess that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I had more high hopes for her, but what's done is done. I wish Mercedes the best. I really do. Truly, I do. Because really and truthfully, you can actually do this match on a random episode of Dynamite, and it would still be fine. That's just me. Moving on. Kyle O'Reilly versus Roderick Strong for the AEW International Championship. Roderick Strong retains. This was hard-hitting. Both guys beat the shit out of each other. This felt like a match that would have taken place on either Collision and Dynamite, and I'm going to reiterate it again. The first 4 matches of the show felt like they were just TV matches. All 4 of them. And this was no different. So, it is what it is. Kyle O'Reilly, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he don't look good, if we're being honest. He just does not look good. He seems like he's out of place. Like, he really does. I don't know what it is. Is he not getting lack of sleep? Vitamins? What is it? I don't know. But Kyle O'Reilly, I don't know what you do with him going forward. I don't. And I don't give a single fuck about the Undisputed Kingdom. Fuck that shit. So, post-match, Adam Cole finally got up from his chair. So, I'm guessing he's getting back to full health, I guess. Does it really matter at this point? Poor Wardlow. Does it really matter? I'm really ready for Wardlow to go to either TNA or WWE. I don't give a fuck as to where he goes. I just want the homie out of AEW. Because Wardlow could really be doing some cool shit in WWE, mainly NXT. And he could do some cool shit in TNA, if we're being honest. But nah, he's stuck in AEW, doing really low mid-card shit. Oh well, moving on. And actually, I lied, and I didn't mean to lie to you guys, but there was actually 5 matches that felt like they belonged on television. Number 5 was Hook versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho ate a bunch of suplexes from Hook. Hook also put Jericho through a table via a T-bone suplex, which was nice. The finish was when Chris Jericho hit Hook in the head with Floyd, his bat. And Hook kicked out of not 1, but 2 Judas effects. So Jericho was going to put Hook down. Hook flipped Jericho off. He gave him the double finger. And then Jericho hit him in the head with the bat for the 1, 2, 3. So This is fine to me. I know people are upset about it, but Hook needed to lose, all right? Hook has never really faced any adversity in AEW. He really hasn't. He's just been given the keys to the kingdom for the past, 2+ years? 2-3 years he's been there. I want to say he's been in AEW for about a good 3 years, maybe 4 years, and he's not really done much of anything. He's not faced any adversity, and I know people are upset about this, but Hook needed to face adversity. Hook needed this loss. Again, Hook's not like his old man at all. He's not built like him at all. So there's no point of him having this tough New York demeanor when that's not really him. I mean, it is to an extent, but his build doesn't give away that, if we're being honest. He just doesn't look, like he's that type of guy. I mean, he can go, but Jericho winning made perfect sense. I loved how Taz got off commentary towards the end of the match to kind of, tell Chris, hey, watch it. So this is cool. I'm guessing they could do the rematch at Double or Nothing, I guess. But Hook losing was the right decision. Hook didn't need to beat Jericho. He's already beaten Jericho before. So I'm guessing they're going to have the rubber match at Double or Nothing. Maybe like a steel cage match, or a 2 out of 3 falls match, or a last man standing match, or something like that, or a submission match, something. But Hook losing was the right call. The right decision was made. I get why folks are upset. I get it, but it's not really all that important, if we're being honest. Again, Hook needs adversity. Moving on. Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm gets the win via the Storm Zero. So towards the end of the match, Toni Storm kicked Thunder Rosa in the vagina. And Thunder Rosa sold it for whatever reason. I have no idea, because AEW copied NXT like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Actually, about 4 weeks ago, when Ariana Grace and Gigi Dolan had their match. So, yeah, they copied that finish there. This is fine. Also, Deonna Purrazzo came down towards the end of the match. She got involved. She had a little fight scene with Mariah May, and those two fought in the back. She took out Luther. She sidestepped him and threw him into the steel steps. That was pretty cool and funny. Toni Storm winning, right decision, right call was made. What do you do with Thunder Rosa going forward? I really have no idea. I really don't, because are they going to have another match, like at Double or Nothing, or what? They're going to have to do something. So I don't know. We'll see. I just hope that they don't do a triple threat. Toni Storm, Deonna Purrazzo, and Thunder Rosa. Now, that could be a possibility. I hope I'm wrong, but that very well might be the case. But the match was fun, though. The match was really fun. I actually enjoyed it. It was a pretty fun little match. And Toni Storm cut a really good little promo on Collision. Even though I don't watch Collision, but I heard she cut a good little promo and what they showed during the video packages. All right. Moving on from that. All right. So, now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. Everyone online, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, every social media site, Reddit, are all saying that we just witnessed the match of the century, or the match of the decade, from Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez and the rest of these other geeks. It involved Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay defeated Bryan Danielson. The match was solid, all right? It was. So, Danielson and Ospreay, they started off slow. Danielson grounded and pounded Ospreay. Now, in this match, Ospreay kicked out of not one, but two Busaiku knees. Danielson, he got hit with two hidden blades. And then towards the end of the match, both guys were in the corner. Danielson was going for the Busaiku knee, and Ospreay was going to go for the hidden blade. Ospreay hit the hidden blade. Then he did the Tiger Driver 90. Is it 91 or 97? I think he did 91. So he did that one. Danielson sold it very well. The rest were checking on him and everything. And then out of nowhere, Will Ospreay quickly does a quick hidden blade for the 1, 2, 3. Post-match, referees and officials and doctors are checking on Danielson to see if he's okay. And, Danielson's just convulsing and everything else. And he's saying, oh, fuck. My neck. So, this is very good. I enjoyed the match. The match was decent. But it was just like every other Will Ospreay match. One point in the match where Danielson did a tiger suplex, avalanche style, and Will Ospreay basically no-sold it. He only sold it for like 20 seconds, and then he got right back up. To me, that pissed me off, and that took me out of the match. Because, why would you do that? Come on, bro. A tiger driver, a tiger suplex from the top rope. Come on, dog. Learn how to sell. And that's been my biggest issue with a lot of these guys from New Japan. They don't know how to sell stuff right. They don't. I don't know. Danielson losing, it actually makes sense. But I know some people have made the argument of why not have Will Ospreay lose? The reason why you don't want to have Will Ospreay lose is because they're trying to build him up as the next guy to be world champion, whenever that will be. But I think, you could tell this is just a one-and-done match, if we're being honest. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand and get. They just don't. Ospreay, he sort of kind of needed to win because Danielson is basically on his way out. And you can tell he wrestles like every match is his last. And Danielson in AEW has been totally selfless. He's putting people over like clockwork. He does it all the time. And so Danielson has been made to look like a serious jobber. And that's just what he's done for so long. So Will Ospreay needed to win. Now, what does this do for Will Ospreay going forward? I have no idea. Some people are saying that he might be the one to, dethrone Swerve. But I don't know. I feel like Will Ospreay going forward needs to be in some feuds. I don't want to see Swerve lose his championship just yet. So we need to have either MJF come back or something, and you have Will Ospreay feud with somebody. Maybe Omega will come back at Double or Nothing or something like that. Who knows? I don't know. But we've got to feud these guys together. These guys have to be feud. Will Ospreay has to be in feuds going forward. It's just, to me, it's time for him to be in a feud. It's time. Because you can't just put him in just these random matches and then there's no heat or anything going into these matches. So Will Ospreay has got to essentially, be in a feud. So, I don't know. But the match itself was definitely solid. It was solid, but it was not match of the decade. No, it was decent though, but it was definitely not match of the decade. Definitely not that. This is a match that you watch, and you watch it one time, and that's it. You don't go back and watch it again. You just don't. Moving on. The ladder match. Matt and Nick Jackson versus FTR 4. Ladder match for the tag team championships. The AEW Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks win. So, yeah. Jack Perry came out to make the save. He took out Max Cast. No, my bad. He took out Dax Harwood and he took out FTR, basically. My bad. So, yeah. Basically, it was a bunch of spots and stuff. Dax got busted open for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I really wasn't all that invested into this match because of the fact of the matter is we have seen 150 million ladder matches. They're basically all the same in the modern era of pro wrestling. They're all the same, and this was no different. Modern ladder matches are just spots. And that's all they are, and that's all this really essentially was. So Jack Perry, he came out and he helped the Young Bucks win. Okay, cool. All right. Main event of the evening. Swerve Strickland versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. Swerve gets the win via the Swerve Stomp. So this was fine, but this felt like a television match as well. It's because the crowd was so hot for Ospreay that the last 2 matches that came after it really didn't live up to the hype. It just didn't. Because the crowd was split in that match. Everyone in the crowd loved that match. They were chanting, both these guys and all this other shit and everything else. So, but Swerve winning, he's now the first black World Heavyweight Champion in AEW, which is great. This makes perfect sense. I'm glad Swerve won. There was nothing else that Samoa Joe could do with the AEW Championship. There was nothing else he could do. And so Swerve is the right man for the job. It's interesting. It's interesting to see what they do with Swerve going forward. I wouldn't be shocked if we see a returning Hangman Adam Page show up on Dynamite. So I wouldn't be shocked. You can run that feud back. Or you could also do the rematch. Swerve and Samoa Joe 2 at Double or Nothing. And I do think at Double or Nothing, you'll probably see MJF return. So that could be what they're planning, and then maybe over summer going into the fall, you could see MJF and Swerve. I think that would be good. I think Swerve will probably hold the title until Full Gear in November. I think that would be nice because that would be a good 7-month reign. I think that would be solid for him. But this was great. This was good. But like I said before, the crowd really wasn't all into the last 2 matches because no one could follow Danielson and Ospreay. But all in all, the pay-per-view was okay. It was decent. Too long for my liking. Again, I don't understand why we keep doing 4-hour pay-per-views all the time. Too damn long. We could at least, do 3 to 3.5 hours, and that's it. But, it is what it is. Again, there were a lot of matches that felt like TV matches. Danielson and Ospreay, they went out there and damn near killed each other. So that was cool. But all in all, this is fine. But does this make you excited for Dynamite? To an extent, yes, like a small extent, yes, but not, like, hey, it's a must-see Dynamite. Like, no. But I'm pretty sure come Dynamite, we'll probably get the return of Hangman Page. We'll probably get we'll probably get the debut of the Motor City Machine Guns. They'll probably show up. But what did you guys think of Double or Nothing? My bad. What did you guys think of Dynasty? Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.